Hey guys, Beefster here. So, the long-awaited Persona 3 Reload expansion, based on the FPS, Bez, I should say, expansion episode Aigis has been released. So, what I can basically say is it's been at least in terms of playing Reload, more than a few months since I've played and beat Reload. Granted, it's on safety mode, but that's besides the point. But E3, I would say, is probably, and I can probably speak for quite a lot of people that are into the modern Persona games, but more or less my second favorite Persona mainline game right after Persona 5. So, obviously, with this game, instead of Makoto or, the previous protagonist, we have Aigis taking the role of the protagonist. And naturally, if you play through the game, you'd know that in this instance, Aigis takes the wildcard ability, has access to the wildcard ability. So, within this game, we get introduced to Menace, who, without really getting into that much spoilers, is positioned to herself to being Aigis' sister, or just a model unit. And essentially, she acts as a sort of like what Morgana does with the metaverse, kind of like knows a little bit more what's going on, tells you what's going on, and all that. And that's kind of the role that she plays, on top of being the token yandere to Aigis. Rather worse, that might annoy people for the first probably couple hours, but after a while, at least in my case, I could say that I got used to it. Now, the gameplay loop is just, if you're wanting social simulators right after hours of grinding and through, well, it's not really hours, but it's like abyss time in the case of episode Aigis, you're not going to get any social sims that much. Well, there is in between if you want to spend time, but if you're just focused on the story, I will admit, at times I felt a little bit sort of fatigued. Each time I go through one or two dungeons, it's pretty much like the same, just adding layers and layers and layers. There's like 8 in total. It isn't that long. And I was just gonna say that since you basically don't have restrictions for Arcana, you can ascend. Like, the thing that I took note from my experience, you can basically fuse the entire Persona compendium. So it's like Persona 5 Strikers in a sense, where it's like you're not really tied to it. There are some prerequisites, but like with that, but in the case of episode Aigis, you have access to both the protagonist compendium and Aigis's. So just keep that in mind, and you have to and just for a pro tip, toggle R2 to make sure that you have access. So whatever personas you might be missing, want just toggle through the both compendiums just to make sure you have what you need to fuse stuff. I did attempted the bonus boss fight in the Door of Mordor. There is a fight that will absolutely destroy you if you're not prepared. If you're playing it on peaceful mode, it doesn't really apply to you. You simply, what I did was off stream. God has HP enough, was able to unleash Armageddon at the right time and just spam almighty attacks until he died. My game crashed afterwards. I pretty much discussed it in the community posts. So, is this episode Aigis worth buying? I would say if you already played through Persona 3 Reload, if you are a longtime Persona 3 fan, I would say it's a fresh, modern retake of Persona 3. But whether or not it's worth buying, it really depends. I would say if you're already a Persona 3 fan, definitely buy it. Definitely wait for a sale if you can, just so you don't have to spend that much money on the expansion, because spending like that, like 30 plus $35 for it isn't really worth it, to be honest, when you're not really getting that much out of it. But that's just my hot take on that. My rate episode, I guess, if I'm really gonna be generous, I'm probably gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10, simply because it did what it advertised to do, but you're really not getting much out of it apart from what it services. So, I personally had fun a lot more with messing with the Persona builds more than anything. But other than that, pretty solid modern take on this expansion. And if you're already a Persona 3 fan, if you're already like invested in Persona 3, definitely buy this expansion. So yeah, that's my opinion piece on the game. Take care, Beyond Our Demons. And since you guys voted on the opinion piece portion of it, no review, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. Anyways, take care, guys.
One operation later.
Perhaps. I can't believe this. It is time. Persona!
Hold on, think again. Don't you know what you're starting? You sure got the clue how bad this we go. No more eyes. Sasanaya! Look to the horizon.
For that, like this, several team members are out of commission.
Out of nowhere, all
Unable to fight offline. What is optimal? Persona, engage! What's the
next?
Stand out, do a deed, get 'em
Chris
to
McKesson!
step into my way.
Pull the trigger.
It's the drive and the dead. Why does the snake and dagger the skies
Persona, ravage them! Damn it!
Sister.
Rise at your last dream seems to deserve. You'll never see it coming. You see,
It's mine for the taking.
mine is the best for life.
Just one bite of one.
Time it did you, you're not surprised. I'm coming for you. My
I
gift's
can do
always
this.
the best of mine. You're smiling like that, that you didn't catch it in time.
Something else. What is optimal? This is mine too. Now then.
Better think about your game. I'm sure your next move's the right one for you.
Persona!
You won't get out my again.
Can't stop me now.
You'll never see it coming.
I have to do this. I got you.
Damn it!
Sister. No, it can't be. Aigis, wake up! Aigis!
watch out for all surprises. What it provides is good and bad, but nothing entices.
Another one day in the night, let me paint the view, color down with my light. For every moment shared with you, not in the day, and never fully gone. Going to be back again until the coming over down.
For the days ahead of us, put your hands up, wave it side to side for good luck. For the nights like this, put your hands up, love the moment even from dusk. Yo, you always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night.
Two hands meet at zenith. Nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with
Around the
you.
water slowly dance, whenever our eyes meet. You know you leave me in a trance. It means everything to me looking down below. The one I seek to find, no matter where you might go. Remember you'll be on my mind.
Always watching over me, somehow you make me feel invincible. Power to my soul, yeah. I'm not easy things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up, yeah. You always got my back, and of course I got your back.